All right, I hear you.
Yeah, what's up, man? What's up? You out there? You ain't got reliable sources. What's going on? Like,
You tell me. You tell me the story.
what you want to hear? Like,
From start to finish. Like, are you guilty of what you're in prison for?
no, I'm not. That's one.
Okay.
Um, I believe that I was a great target because of my past, and my past is my past. That's something I had to deal with. But when it came to Leah and her kids, I've never even thought about doing anything like that. I don't know what happened. I don't know how the story got together. Leah denied medical treatment for these kids numerous times. I had that under my bed, and I also have a statement from the one I have 22 years for, saying that I didn't do nothing to him. But 2 weeks later, he had a whole different story. And I'm also hearing there's a video out there with Leah stating what she did was wrong, and she's scared to tell the truth because she's scared of my family.
Yeah, I heard about the
But
video too.
I'm not here to. I don't care who believes my side, but if you want a reliable source, you can give me an address and I can send you paperwork. I ain't got no time. I'm a grown ass man. I'm trying to go home.
Yeah, you're working on an appeal.
Yeah, my
Okay.
direct appeal.
And how's that looking for you?
If I was so guilty, they offered me time served and I didn't take it because this is how guilty I wasn't. They offered me 2 years time served in 2021 and I didn't take it. If I
Yeah,
was guilty, don't you think I would have took that?
I'm aware of that as well. I'm aware of that as well.
So you're aware a lot, and you don't you know what I'm saying. You don't post the right thing. Leah is a horrible person. She could make up stories. Whoever else can make up stories. I did one thing in my life, and I did my time, and I told the truth.
All right. So you're saying Leah's flat out lying. What do you think Leah's motivation to lie is?
Truthfully, I want to go with jealousy. Leah was madly in love with me. Leah wanted to me marry her, all sorts of shit. And I also believe that Anthony, the dude she was dealing with, played a big part in this also.
Okay, so I
But
asked
I
Leah.
can't really tell you anything like,
I asked Leah if she had any type of dealings with you, and she said no. She made that clear. Y'all never had any type of romantic dealings.
And if that's what she made clear, then I guess so. I gotta stay on the line with my mom, and I'm gonna call right back.
All right, bet.
Listen,
Yeah, it's
but I'm gonna be honest. That explains why when I said to him, "Don't trust her," because people will turn on you. He was so on. Ma, don't say that. Don't do that. That's what that was about. Their friendship was more than what I thought it was.
yeah, it sounds kind of complicated.
This is all fucked up, and she's never gonna come clean because she'll go to jail. You go to jail for that.
For perjury.
Yeah, you go to jail for it. She took the
Subject to
stand.
recording and monitoring. An incarcerated individual's use of institutional telephones constitutes consent, and your calls may be provided to law enforcement agencies. To accept charges, press 1. To refute charges, press. Preventing suicide is important. If you have concerns during this call, please contact the individual's facility to communicate with them. Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hello?
Yeah. All right, so
What
yeah,
you
like
saying
I
now?
said, I was asking her if y'all had romantic dealings, and she made it clear y'all didn't. I mean, I could read the messages right here to you. Hold on.
Yeah, you can read them.
Yeah, so the first thing that I asked her was, it's not a funny matter. I'm not about to make you look bad at all, but if I'm not mistaken, you dealt with Courtland Lovelace, and I'm currently covering a story. She said, "Ew, no, the fuck I didn't." That was my best friend. We never had no relations at all. If you're gonna say stuff, please make sure it's facts. So I'm asking you right now, did you have a physical or a romantic relationship with her?
Yes, I did.
Took you a minute to answer that.
Because I don't feel like that even should be brought up. I really don't care about none of that. You know, I was saying I was young. That shit ain't. I don't even think about that shit.
Yeah,
If
but I
that's what she want to
mean,
run with, let her run with that. So be it. What I care about is letting the world know I never touched them kids. I love them to death. That's the only thing I care about. So by you posting what you posting, you should have got facts first. My family ain't got to lie about nothing. Anything you ask your mom, she gonna tell you.
He never asked us, Courtland. I filled him in. He never asked us.
But what I'm saying is he should have reached out. As somebody that got a podcast and doing cases and stuff, he should have reached out and see what's the real.
Well, I keep telling y'all that people reach out to him. That's how that happened.
for sure. I mean, it's not like I'm canceling out you having your side of the story.
Like if I didn't go on the Courtland, if I didn't inbox him, people would still assume Courtland. You know, everybody's so scared of what you did in the past and not voicing their opinion or about the story of today. You understand what I'm saying, Courtland? And that's what happened in court. They were so busy trying to hide your past and wondering where she got a story from like that. That's where she got the story from, and she made it in depth.
My whole thing is, if y'all was best friends and everything was cool, where did this come from, and why would she do that to you? Why would she jeopardize your life like this? Why would she play with your life like that?
Like I said, in the time frame, you know, when I first got locked up, people had their own little sides that was around her. Jasmine told me that she heard it was Anthony. Then Jasmine told me that she immediately had got into it because she got back with Anthony. Anthony used to beat on her kids. Me and Anthony got into a fight because one day I gave blood on the bath with her oldest son, and he had bruises all over his body. And I'm not going to self-incriminate myself, but I was ready to off him. And he had something on Leah. Leah had something on him, so they just squashed the relationship. And around the time I got locked up, they wound up getting back together. Me and him fought maybe like a week before I got locked up over the Quagmire situation. One day I'm working at McDonald's. She calls my phone. She asks me to come babysit the kids. I said, I'm about to clock out. I'll be there in a second. I get to the crib. Crib is spotless. If people know Leah's house always dirty. The crib was spotless, and the police is in the house waiting for me. When they arrested me, they asked me, can we take this easy? They'll tell me when we get to the car what happened. I get in the elevator. I don't want to hear that. I want to know what the fuck I'm in cuffs for. The story was, Miss Morales told us that you made her kids do things to each other. That was one. I get to the precinct. I'm down there for about 8 hours. They come and question me now if I did things to them. My first thing to them, get them tested. Leah denied medical treatment three times that day. She only got medical treatment because they threatened to take away her kids. She only received counseling because they threatened to take away her kids. So when the medical records got brought up, they tried to state on the medical records that they can't tell if anything, there was no lacerations or nothing, nor can they expect it due to the time frame. They tried to say it takes 2 weeks for things like that to heal. Leah took her kids to the doctors 2 weeks after I was arrested.
Yeah.
You can ask any parent in the world, if somebody's saying their kids are molested, are you not going to go get your kids tested to make sure they're okay? You know what her answer was? She didn't catch me doing anything to them. That's just a little bit. I could go for hours. I don't have the time, but I could go for hours. So that's why I was kind of tight that it just got posted like that without anybody knowing what's really going on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's being posted is public information. nothing outside of public information, and then you have Leah's side of the story, and then
Elliot, I'm sending you the video. Somebody sending them to me.
what video is that?
I guess the video of the conversation, what parts of that they had. They don't have the full conversation, but they have some of the conversation with that guy.
Okay, yeah, send it to me.
But I don't know who the guy is. I don't know if Jasmine knew who the guy was.
I know he is. Elliot, yeah, he doesn't want to be brought up in this because Leah threatened him with jail before too.
And who's the guy?
Quay from Park Hill.
Quay from Park Hill. I'll look into him. I'll definitely look into him.
Like I said, I don't really buy anything get posted about me. I'm not. Words is words.
He's just saying be fair.
Yeah, I hear.
Don't see my past and think, oh, you don't know, maybe he really did this. No, I didn't. An innocent man sitting in jail for 20-something years. That's what I am. I had the chance to go home and say, yeah, I did this, but I didn't because I didn't do it.
Yeah.
And also, I'm not in jail for molesting all 3 of kids.
Nah, I hear you loud and clear. You're more than welcome to call back tomorrow when you can. We could finish this conversation.
Copy.
Yeah, definitely.
Your mom, hit your mom.
Courtland, I'm still shocked that you fucked this girl. What the fuck is going on in the world? But I should have known because she knew what your penis looked like. So I should have known. She knew what the fuck your penis looked like. I should have known.
I got a minute left. I love you. I'll call you tomorrow. We got money on the phone. I gotta have what's name stuff on somebody tomorrow.
Okay. So Elliot, I'll send you when the person sends it to me, I'll send it to you.
The caller has hung up.
Yeah, text it right to me.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right. Yeah, hello?
Yeah.
All right, so we could talk now.
Okay.
All right, so what happened the day he got arrested?
All right, so the day he got arrested, everything happens in one day. You understand? I'm home with my kids. He works at McDonald's up the block. I'm bathing them. You know, long story short, I catch them in the tub, and I'm asking them, like, I never got caught having sex in front of y'all, so where did y'all learn these things from? And them two wouldn't tell me. So when I turned my head to the other one that I took out the bath, he told me straight out, like, Courtland be doing stuff to us. He didn't even know what was going on in the bathroom because he wasn't in the bathroom with them when I caught them. You understand?
Yeah.
So now I'm like, what do you mean Courtland be doing stuff to y'all? Like, what does that mean? And he just starts, like, pointing to his private, and the other two start crying. So now I'm, like, pacing in my house, and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to think. I don't even know, like, how to react to it. So I call the police, and in the midst of me calling the police, I'm like, fuck this. He's about to come home. I don't want them to see him again if they're telling me this, you know?
Yeah.
So I run outside, like, because I lived in West Brighton at the time. And across the street, there's a pool. There's always cops sitting there. So I ran to those cops. And I explained to them what just happened, whatever, that I just called the police. But I had just spoke to him, and he said he was on his way home. So now I'm panicking. I'm like, they need to hurry up and come because he's about to come home.
Yeah.
So now the police come with me upstairs, and they wait in the kitchen. They're like, we're going to just wait here for when he comes. When he comes in, we're going to just arrest him. So when he comes in, they told me don't talk to him. Don't say nothing to him at all. So I don't say nothing. He's like, oh, what's going on? And as they walk out the kitchen, they arrest him. He's looking at me. He's like, Leah, why am I being arrested, Leah, what? And he starts screaming, crying. He's throwing himself on the floor. The cops are yelling at him, get the fuck up. Get the fuck up. He's just like, what did I do? Crying. So now they walk him out to the elevator. I stay in my house. I hear him, like, banging. I don't know if he's, like, hitting his head or, like, kicking the door, but he's, like, screaming in the elevator.
Yeah.
So now I'm still in my apartment. I look out the window. I see him walking. He's like, I didn't do nothing to them. He's just crying, screaming that he didn't do nothing to them. So now the kids are in the house. They're crying. It's just like a crazy ass situation. We get in the car, we go down to Safe Horizon. I'm in the office, we're having an interview. They send them right to the doctor in the back because Safe Horizon has its own doctor. I met with detectives, ACS workers, sexual abuse counselors, all types of people are in this office. They asking me what happened. I'm just explaining to them, like, my children said that this person did these things to them. I'm not sure what. So they're questioning them. The doctor in the back calls me and then takes me into the room and explains to me, like, they wasn't caught in an act of anything, so there's nothing visible. They was in the tub, so we're not going to find anything right now.
Yeah.
That's the only medical records. There was never no denying of no medical records. I didn't wait 2 weeks to take my kids to the hospital. All of that is a lie.
Okay.
Okay, and then after that, what happened after that? Like, because Corona came, so this case dragged out for so long.
Yeah.
So we had to wait for so long to go to trial. By the time we went to trial, it was a trial. I testified, my sons testified to what happened, and they asked him to talk. None of this was brought up in court, that we was in a relationship, that I was jealous. None of that was brought up in court.
What
None of
about
that was his argument.
what he's saying? One of your kids' testimony was stricken from court from the files and everything.
He was hysterical, crying on the stand and couldn't speak because he synced him. It was not that they withdrew anything. He just couldn't talk. He couldn't face him. He didn't want to talk on the stand.
Yeah. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
For all of us.
That makes sense. So I only have one question for you throughout this whole ordeal. Before going into the matter, when you first let him move in, were you aware of his history?
Before he did that to his sister, he was living with me already.
Okay.
So he was with me the whole time. When he got arrested, I was trying to reach out to the family to speak to them about what happened, but nobody would respond to me about it. So I had to wait for him to come home. And when he came home, I used to sit with him whenever he would get paperwork from parole. And when we sat down and we spoke about it on many occasions, he told me that his little sister that he touched, my angel, her dad did it to her. And that he wanted to change and he wanted help. Like, he cried with me. Like, we cried together.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him. As a kid, too, so I felt for him,
Okay. So he wasn't... So you didn't see him as a known predator?
No, I didn't think of him like that. He was my friend. Nobody gave a fuck about him, even before that happened. I was the only one who was there for him. I took care. I bought him clothes. I fed him every day. Anything that man had, I fucking was taking care of that nigga. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Like a kid. He was my other kid. I was taking care of him.
Yeah. So he said clearly, as you heard, that y'all had a physical relationship, that you wanted to...
We never had a physical relationship. I had any time man I wanted in and out of that crib. When I had a nigga, he was always there. He lived with. Anytime I ever had a man, my man lives with me. I'm not that kind of bitch to just be having him wherever he at. No, you come in here with me. We together. So for him to be saying that we was having sexual relations, how? When? He never even seen me naked. I don't know what his dick looked like. They lying.
Yeah. I believe you. Trust me.
I do not know what that man's dick looked like.
I believe
you. And if
you.
I did something with him, I have no reason to lie about it. I'm not the one here that did something wrong to somebody. He is. That's why he's making up all these stories and shit.
Yeah. Well, you're good in my book. You gave me everything I needed. I'm gonna wrap everything up, and we'll finish this story so you can continue living in peace.
Thank you. Honestly, I want him to send you all the about, like, because there's no appeal that they would have contacted me.
Yeah, they're saying that an appeal's in process. That's what him and his mom's is talking about.
Okay, well then I'll be at the whatever meeting it is, whatever.
Yeah, well, you would definitely get some type of a notification.
Yeah, they're gonna bring up all the evidence, and my sons are older now, so just know that they speak better than they did then.
Yeah, definitely.
They're very highly educated and smart.
Definitely.
So I don't know. And then this story that they're portraying that I made it up, I'm not the one who said that he did something to them. They said that he did something to them. You understand?
Yeah.
It's not like, how could you coerce a 5-6-year-old? 3 of them into saying the same thing for years. Trial didn't start for 3 or 4 years. Okay, there's no way they remembered everything I made up. If I made it up, you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, definitely. And they did continue to go get therapy and shit like that, right?
Yes, they did. Yes, and nobody ever threatened to take my children. My children was never told to me. I was never threatened if I don't go to counseling or if I don't go to the doctor that they're gonna get taken. That's a lie. My children have been in my care since I got pregnant.
Yeah, well, God bless you. God bless the family. I appreciate you talking to me. I appreciate you cooperating. It means a lot to me. Thank you.
Okay, and if I remember anything else, I'll call you back.
Absolutely. I appreciate you, Leah.
All right, thank you.
God
thank
bless.
you for not exploiting my children and violating them.
Absolutely not.
All right.
Later.